covers that in his second letter. Look, the first letter is just equally important. I love 1 Peter and I love 2 Peter. But it seems that God has drawn me more towards 2 Peter today. But I love that Peter loved the word precious. Everything was precious to him. In 1 Peter, the blood was precious. Jesus himself was precious. And then he calls it, in 2 Peter, he talked about the precious faith and the precious promises of God. Everything about God was precious. I think that's the same thing for me. I'm learning, the more I learn about Jesus and what he did for us at that cross, he becomes more and more precious. Precious to my heart, precious to my soul. Thank God for the cross. Thank God for the cross of Calvary. Trying to get the frog out of my throat this morning. It always happens. I don't know why, but it does. So anyway, to get back on our teaching, I remember that to remind you, I guess I should say, that Peter said that false prophets in chapter 2, he said that false prophets are among the people. And then he didn't stop there. He said, even as there shall be false teachers among you. These false teachers are among the church. They're in the church. And they are teaching false doctrine, these heresies, these damnable heresies, he calls them. As if you want to know in a nutshell what that means, these damnable heresies, they will teach error, but then they'll wrap them up in truth. They're hard to recognize. And so my desire is to, I haven't decided on whether I'm going to call out names or not. We'll see where the Spirit leads. But these doctrines need to be recognized. And so I've always been a teacher that believes that if you teach the truth, you'll be able to recognize a lie. But I'm telling you, some of them are so wrapped. The error that's in the church today as a whole, and I have said, especially this prosperity or the word of faith teaching, I think they're kind of one and the same. They can be very convincing, very convincing. So maybe I'll call out those that I grew up with, that I do now realize were word of faith or prosperity teachers. And some of them taught the whole counsel, but there was still error mixed with truth. So I think that we just have to really know this word today. That's why I say it. We have to be in this word today. It's vital. It's crucial that we get in the word of God so we can recognize the lies of the enemy, okay? So he's just saying they're among us. And then he went on to say these heresies in chapter 2, verse 1. He said they went as far as, this is part B of verse 1, even denying the Lord who bought them. This is going on in the day of Peter. And what I'm finding, what happened here in Peter's day, this word is timeless. The same thing, I'm recognizing the same thing going on in the church as a whole today. That you must teach the whole counsel of God. And let's find out why. He said, even denying the Lord who bought them and bring upon themselves swift destruction. not only do they bring swift destruction upon themselves, but who else do they bring swift destruction upon? The ones who are listening. Ones who are listening. So he says in verse 2, where I left off last week, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, their destructive ways. Pernicious means destructive. By reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken. See, they deny the truth. They speak evil of the truth. These ways are highly harmful. And then he went on to say, and through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingers not, and their damnation slumbers not. He's saying judgment's going to come upon these people. And I want to go over some of these words in more detail, because I brought my definitions with me so I can. So he says this, and through covetousness, it means that they're greed. If you want to know, it means greed. If you want one word, it means greed. Through greed. They're always wanting what someone else has, or something. If this one has a beautiful home, then this one wants a more beautiful home. They're always coveting, and they shall with feigned words make merchandise of you. Feigned words make merchandise of you. He says the phrase make merchandise of you means, because I didn't know what this meant, so I had to do some word studies. That's called study the word.